The story I'm sharing this morning is about making iron beans the preferred ingredient for school meals in Kenya. I use the word preferred ingredients because the beans are already being eaten every day by learners in our schools. Except now we want to ensure the iron beans are the preferred varieties. The background to this story is that school meals already integrate high iron beans, but in very low quantities, and we want to improve on that. And the other thing that also gives us the motivation to do that is that iron deficiency is quite high as 24%, and in some regions, among the adolescents, it can go all the way to 50%. So it's a real health issue in Kenya that we need to address. And given that they are spending a lot of time in school, 3 months learners are in school, they break for 2 weeks and they have to return again. And so it means school meals are really contributing to their general health. And so improving the quality of school meals is important. Besides to that, we know that all forms of malnutrition are present in Kenya, be it stunting, be it wasting. And now we are also seeing overweight coming up. And we know that well-fortified beans are good also in terms of managing even the overweight and obesity, which is also becoming a public health problem. With this work, there are some changes that we are already seeing. Over 200,000 learners are already well introduced to the preferred ingredient, high iron beans. In addition to that, we are also seeing over 300 schools since last year alone have already started embracing the high iron beans in the regions that we are working. Other than that, we are getting a lot of crowding in by the private sector. When I say crowding in, I'm meaning the value chain actors are getting interested to deliver the high iron beans, especially to respond to the high demand that is coming from the schools. This includes, for example, we've had 12 seed companies getting registered to produce iron beans, and they're investing their own money in order to respond to the demand from the schools. Our activities mainly revolve around demand creation, and especially to improve on the last mile access to seed. Because it's one thing to have the seed companies produce the seeds in their locations, and to get it down to the village level where the farmer is located. That last mile engagement is where we have been playing a lot of role, so that the seed company can see a business in the lower part of the value chain. And so we are linking up the seed companies to the agro dealers or the seed shops, all the way to the farmer cooperatives, because this is where the farmer can easily access the seed that they need, and they change from using recycled seed to the bio-fortified seeds, because they can easily access it in the next door shop. The other thing that we are also doing is to create demand, and to create this demand, we are touching on every node along the value chain, because the schools need to know, the millers need to know, the school suppliers need to know, aggregators, the policymakers, even the students themselves. And as you can see here, we are having a picture of the learners actually participating in taking care of a school garden. Because one of the approaches we are using to increase access to the iron beans is by having school farms. Each of the schools that we work with will have an acre, between 0.5 to 1 acre of high iron beans. And it's not only to produce the beans, but these farms also serve as a training ground for them, for the learners. And we also train the teachers, the agriculture teachers, mainly just to refresh them in terms of the agronomy of the beans. And for this one is the integration of the policymakers. We get the policymakers to attend to the events, they come to open up meetings, discuss this with the teachers and all that. So again, policy engagement there. We are starting to hear people, our value chain actors also responding to the work we are doing. And one of the quotes that I want to share this morning is one from recently from a farmers cooperative leader who said during a launch event of the Cargill project, he said it is not just beans, it is fortified beans. And coming from such a leader, then this is what he'll be telling their over 2,000 farmers. So again, we are getting that kind of traction also coming. I think I just want to share one challenge, which is the erratic weather situation. Often too much rainfall, and then suddenly it's a limited rainfall. But overall, all going very well. Thank you.